Hello, everybody, and welcome to this brand new episode of Music to Live for with Shanti. I'm your host, Shanti Perpellini, and I know the pause has been long, but here we are. Brand new episode, January 2024. Today, I'm gonna talk with the punk rock band from Switzerland, Mamba Bites. What we're waiting for? Let's go!
Check this out. Music to live for with Shanti.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this brand new episode of Music to Live for with Shanti. I'm your host, Shanti Perpellini. First episode of 2024. I'm so happy. I know there's been quite a long pause in between episodes, but you can find everything on YouTube and Spotify. But today we're gonna talk about punk rock, and I'm here with the members of a Swiss punk rock band, Mamba Bites. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Okay, I mean, I say always guys, but of course, in this case, it could be like, hi, girls. But yeah,
Hi,
it's just,
Shanti.
yeah. So, before we get into this episode, I'll let you introduce yourself because I always think it's important for people watching it or listen to the episode, just to understand with whom I'm talking with, Just so, please, I'll let you introduce yourself.
So, hi, I'm Lucie. I play bass in Mamba Bites and I sing as well. Okay, that's it.
And hi, I'm Theo. I play the guitar and I also sing.
Yes. So I was telling before we start the episode that I was really happy to have the chance to talk with you because I mean me and Lucy we know since quite a while. I remember the good old days of our core show in Zurich where there was the Swiss Italian crew going from the south and the French one coming from the east from the west, sorry. And yeah, we met in Zurich. We had a lot of nice concert, a lot of moshing, and of course connecting between people. And through the years, we just kept in contact, thanks also to social media and everything. And I was so happy to see that a lot of people I was hanging out like 10 years ago are still leaving the scene, are still doing music. And then I remember you posted once something about your punk rock band and say, "Oh yeah, I need to check it out." And I really loved the sound. And I guess last year and the last 1.5 year, I saw you a couple of times live. What can I say? What an amazing energy!
Thank you.
I really like the project. I really like the music. And but yeah, Mom Bites. I guess let's start from the beginning. From where comes this idea of build this band?
So, how the band started, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so back then, I wanted to do a punk rock band, but only with girls. And at the beginning, we were 4. And so I called the Justine. She played the guitar. I played the guitar. I knew her because she was a long friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember I saw Lucy play with her other band, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to contact her. And I texted her on Facebook. And the same with Jessica. I also texted her on Facebook, and that's how Mamba Bites is born.
Mm-hmm. Connection, as usual.
And Facebook.
Yes.
I told them.
And so the interest was there. You have been able to create this connection and say, yeah, let's do some punk. But you already have some song that you wrote to put just as examples, or?
No, I was like, hey girls, do you want to do some punk rock with me? Yes, then let's go. And then we met and like we started jamming, and voila.
Okay, so the process was really from zero to what we are right now. I mean, that's also cool. Like the idea of, yeah, let's start doing something, right?
We didn't even know each other. I mean, I saw Lucy play in bands. I was like, yeah, she's so cool. I want to play with her. But I didn't really know her, So the first time we met was at the rehearsal room.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. And Lucy, how was your feelings then being there for the first time with people that you barely knew? And
I was a bit shy. I'm a shy person.
Uh,
But then, but then I was really happy that someone's proposing me to play bass and play punk rock. So I felt really happy.
and you
But
were already playing a band, I understood that, but you were already playing the bass in that band, or you were playing guitar?
yes, I played the bass too. But now the other project is dead. But back in the days, yes, I was also playing bass in another punk rock band.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I started like imagine like the idea of meeting people and start saying, hey, yeah, let's do this jam session. I mean, because in the last time I heard a couple of friends like getting back and doing music again. But it was
Mhm.
like something like a revival, like, okay, we already had this experience together, or I was already playing this, and that's why I have some material ready to, don't know, recording now with technology. Home recording is so easy, and or just let's go on stage and play and having fun. But really, this idea of like, let's know each other and start playing, I think it's just a great. I mean, that's also what happened to me when I was a teenager. Like, I grew up in Ticino, and I remember that there was these two friends of mine. Shout out to Filippo Buzzini, because he's also the guy who's made the logo of the podcast. But so we are friends very since long ages, and I remember he was playing bass, I was playing drums, and this idea of, oh, I know this guy from school, but at the same times, this person through the music, and I think it's not something to undervaluate. Like this, finding these vibes and this good energy. But and so with this kind of jam session, and knowing like, do you already had like an idea of what kind of, let's say, wave or style will have these bands, or just say, oh no, let's go, we improvise and we see what sound fits the best?
we
I
wanted to
think
punk
the
rock.
yeah, just I think the vibe came after, but first it was just like punk rock,
Mm-hmm.
4 chords, punk rock, and yeah, it came
Mm-hmm.
after. Like we specialized a little bit, but first it was just simple punk rock song, like really basic, just to have fun and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
yeah.
Yeah. And did you also have some, I don't know, covers that you broke to the table, say, just to try to find like a balance, to understand how somebody will react or like works? Or did you say, no, I know, I guess, oh, let's do this, do, and then it start like this. Yeah.
We started like this.
Start like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No covers, just kind of jam.
Whoa, I love it. I love it. It's really spontaneous, and as I said, I saw you playing live a couple of times, and I also have your records here. I was listening to with some friends of mine a couple of months ago, and I said, "Hey, you have to check out this band. They're from Switzerland." I were really happy, and now that you're telling me this, I can feel it. After seeing you, listen to the sound from. I mean, for me, a band can be like just amazing on a record, but I want to see them live, because
Mm.
human beings playing, the energy and
Mm.
everything, and there is a specific concert that I remember. It was like at this opener in Aargau, and oh wait, the opener is Granichen, I think.
Ah,
And I remember you played on the same stage a couple of times before Malevolence, I guess.
Mhm.
yes.
Well, that concert was really cool. That
Mm.
was, it was a good vibes. I think people were really, really hyped. And you just reached this show, and remember a little bit what I saw, what I hear, and see your presence on stage. I mean, it was. I mean, I'm so positively impressed, of course, because knowing, you like something, and then you understand better what is behind, how musicians get there, and knowing that, okay, as you said, we just met because we wanted to play, we want to have fun, and then you arrived there. That was just so cool, just so cool. Yeah.
It was a really cool concert.
Yeah, if I don't know if some of the listener know opener Grenchen from maybe of course more familiar from people can listen to from Germany and Swiss in general is a quite, I won't say new opener, but it's kind of young opener, and they always every year they go bigger and bigger and bigger, and they offer really 2 days of 2 or 3 days, I guess, of very good punk rock, heavy metal, metalcore, and it's nice because many local bands, many couple of Swiss bands also had the chance to play there, so it's also a good um, how would say a good opportunity, yeah, to play in front of a different audience that is not the one, you know, in a bar or in a small location there. So there is people willing to hang out and listen to music. So
Hmm.
it's a very good place, and yeah. So did you record it 2 albums, or it was an EP and one album?
Only EP.
Only EP. Okay.
We
Okay.
have one EP and one demo,
Hmm.
but the album's coming soon.
All right. That's good news. That's good news. Ooh, fresh news.
Yeah.
And how is your process while recording? I'm very curious about that because I had some hard times recording with some band in the past. And how is for you? I mean, you're recording on your own or you're getting to a specific studio?
Um, we will go to a specific studio. Like we do pre-prod
Hmm.
by our own with our computers at the rehearsal room, but then we go to the professional studio.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Like we don't have the skills, I think, to do to record an album by ourselves. Like I mean,
Okay.
for pre-prod it's okay, but on GarageBand, but then to press a vinyl and stuff, I think we don't have the skills yet.
Yet. Theo, do you want to
So
add
that's
something?
sorry.
No.
I know. I just said,
Ah,
yeah. I just know she wants to
mm,
say something because the process also of recording is also some a huge story on his side because of course you prepare your demos, you have an idea of the song you want to play or you want to put in this album or EPs whatever, and
Mhm.
then when you start recording, then new idea comes or like um yeah, or you say, oh no, that's oh, why it doesn't sound like we expected? Or but do you also have some kind of like so producer, or you really try to focus on do on your own? Like okay, you record a place and then you work on that while recording.
we don't have a producer, like we record what we worked on,
Hmm.
but then at the studio we are open if the sound engineer has an idea to do something different, we are open. But then
Hmm. Hmm.
we stick to the plan.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Plus ou moins, mais ou menos. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Often like a fixed structure that we try to respect, and afterwards, like Lucy said, we are open to new ideas,
Hmm.
to
Yeah.
some guitar overdub.
No, I think this is the very interesting process. I had this episode with a producer from the States, and he has a lot of young punk bands coming on these studios, and um, it was the topic about what really does a producer, or like just not really influence. How much should somebody influence the sound of a
Mm.
band and everything? And it was saying, no, no, I just play records, and then of course, if the band asked me or if I had an idea. I just say, "Hey, what about?" But it's not that it has to be like this. But once again, knowing that you're doing really on your own and really DIY this without putting all your ideas and your identity in the product is it's really great. I mean, I sometimes just spin the record and it's really nice. And as I said, I also had the chance to show your music to some friends in Italy, and they were really really interesting to and hoping to have the chance to see you live soon. And And this is also very, very nice to see that. I don't know if some of the audience also follow you already on social media, but you post lately a lot of the concert you had in plan and what's coming next year. And I mean, this year, 2024. And I mean, there is a lot of music going on and a lot of live acts. And I think it's after the last 2 years, this is something that um, seems like some kind of new. Like before this strange period we get through, it was normal to see you may go online on this website, Pitfires, and you will see all the concert that happened in Switzerland, and you see a lot, and then of course they almost turned to zero, and then now different location, new bars, new location are offering even more live music. And I saw that you start really being really really active doing that. So I suppose it's also your goals as a band is to be really a live band, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we love to play, so then we try to do our best to play as much as we can, like what's offering to us. But yeah, what do you think, Theo?
Damn. I think like first of all, when we started playing, like it wasn't really our goal. It was more like a consequence of all of it. Because before playing in a band, I used to go to a lot of shows, supporting friends, and then they started inviting us to play. And so now when we get an invitation to play, we're like, yes, for sure, let's go, because we just want to have fun. Girls
Mhm.
just want to have fun, you know.
Yes, 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 and also I think that the last years we saw this growing up of bands that were like caged into this social media presence. Like, okay, you produce your own music, you do your home videos, and of course, then people start listening to you on Spotify or wherever you listen to music. But now we really have the chance to say, hey, okay, we put a video, oh, a reel, let's say, hey, hi, we are this kind of band, we play this and that. But then you can go on the page and see, oh, this band's gonna play like 1 hour away from my place, so I can go listen to them live. And I
Mm.
don't know, I personally was missing this kind of feelings, like of okay, tonight what I'm gonna do, well, take the train, go, to Arau. And I mean, for those who don't know, are not practical physics, that there are kind of like maybe 3 or 4 main places where there is a lot of huge concert, like Kief in Aarau, Werk 21 in Zurich, and um, Kaufmann Solothurn. And now
Mhm.
you have to help me because um, in the French Swiss part, in the Romandy, where you can find good places to listen to concert, because the so-called Roche de Grabe is a really really big deal. And for those who don't know, that means that Switzerland is like divided in between Swiss French and Swiss German. And it seems also that sometimes the mentality also of people is so is so cut in a half. So most of the concert happening in the German part have most of the audience that are German speaking, and it's not obvious that those people will go to the French part for listen to concert,
Mm.
and vice versa. Honestly, so how is the scene in that part? I remember there was Lucine, but I think it's
Yes, still.
in Geneva,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And back in the days, I remember there was some places even in Lausanne or Nyon, but I don't know because honestly, I never been to so many concerts in that part of Switzerland.
So the Lucie in Geneva is still alive, and you can find lots of different concerts every weekend, like from metal to rap. There is lots of things, but I think in the Swiss Romandie it's less active than in Swiss German part.
Mm-hmm.
I have the impression that. But you have also in Valais now some cool places like Pont Rouge, etc. They have a really good programmation. There is
Mm-hmm.
some spots, but not like in every city in Swiss German part that you have a
Yeah, I see.
cool room. It's in Yeah, we don't have enough, I think, here.
Mhm.
Oh,
Well,
you have les docks in Lausanne too.
oh, well, that's
Oui.
well, now I start speaking French too. Okay, no, let's keep
Les
English
docks.
so it's easy for the audience. But I have a good friend is a rapper from the south, and he plays a lot many times there. And he
Mhm.
was
Mhm.
telling me about this, but I was thinking there was more for that kind of genre of music than even from punk rock or like this. But
Yeah, you have like Simple Plan in January, like in Les docks or
okay,
see
good to
sometimes.
know.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Sometimes you have a good, yeah, good shows.
But for example, looking at your concert schedule, I noticed that maybe in the French part there are like more kind of open air events or small like this kind of events, because in Swiss German part I noticed that you got like, okay, locations event like concert in very no
Mhm.
location, and what is um what is more like locals, like in summer, like this specific small city or village offer live concert or events, then want music, live music, but all the band playing there are more like really Swiss band, like playing like pop or and also in Swiss German language, so it's kind of restricted audience and public audience in general. So I don't know, but once again I think that maybe this summer we will see like a comeback of many kind of events, or like even the opening of new location. I don't know, because right now, for example, in Basel, I have some friends that had the idea of restart doing something, or restart recreating a little bit an active musical scene beside the electronic one that in some ways has the easy life, because they have the old disco and everything. They're already there. So it's easier to organize and everything. But we have like a boom of metal bands right now here in the north
Mm.
of Switzerland, so that's cool. Um, so I think that the ground of for a new rebuilding of a very good music society, music culture in general, and giving us a pure opportunity to share once again this idea. Oh, okay, people come from Lausanne going playing to Zurich, or people coming from Basel going to play to Nyon or Geneva, would be like very a cool idea, because of course the country is small. Everybody knows in the end know each other. We are like, it's funny because it's like I got some friend from Berlin that was telling me, okay, the guys live there and there and there, and the city is so big, and then but it seems so distant. And Switzerland in the end is kind of the same. It's like a country, but it's like a big city, like
Mhm.
everybody knows. Oh, the guy was on the scene. This girl can also sing in a band like this, and well, that's it. But I don't know. I really hope that for this summer it's gonna be like good opportunity for everybody, and of course even for you, if you say, okay, we are recording a new album soon, so and everything, so it's gonna be like new live opportunities. But um, I don't know. But how did you get uh, to the name of the band? This is a question that I always love to ask, because sometimes it seems so obvious why a band is called like this, but sometimes there's like some tricky stories, or like some funny anecdotes about it. So I need to ask you, how did you get to call the band Mamba Bites?
It sounded
Uh,
great.
yeah, it was just picked on a list, like what sounds cool, and yeah, Mamba Bites sounds cool. So there is not a
I mean,
fancy story.
of course it's cool, like, and I really also love the logos. I got a couple of t-shirts from you, and I really love these logos, how you always sounds like. But I want to be honest with you. No, I mean, how I connect your name to other
Hmm.
things, like knowing that you are a band made of girls, I mean, a female band. And for me, this kind of know what whenever I think about black mambas or snakes, I don't know why it came to me in my mind, Kill Bill. There is also a
Hmm.
movie that
Mm.
have a strong female character and everything. I don't know. I don't know. Whenever I think about your name, it's always come in my mind as also this kind of connection with the movies, with the strong film character and everything.
Oh,
And that was, so I don't know why. I don't know if there is that. So, but that's very, very, very cool. And yeah, I needed to ask because it's something that I do every time I interview a band, and that's cool. And Therese, tell me, there is some bands that would you like to share the stage with?
yes, there are.
Yes.
I would love to share stage with Off With Their Heads. I love this band. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and of course there are many bands I would love to share the stage with, like bands from France, or hmm, maybe if I had to cite three bands only, I would say Off With Their Heads, the Bump Ups,
Mm-hmm.
and Direct Hit.
All right.
And you?
Lucy?
Yeah, I do agree with Theo, but I will say also like Bad Cop.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Oh,
And also my all-time favorite band is Comeback Kid, even it's not punk rock, but
but
why not? I
that's a
mean,
good one. And I would like to
why
be like
not?
stage manager to such guy
Yeah,
bands.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
yeah. But there are so many good bands out there. But yeah,
Yeah.
the Menzingers
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Menzingers and yeah,
and Mobina Galore,
I don't know that. Is from where it comes?
Canada.
Ah,
from
okay.
Canada. It's a two-piece punk rock band. It's
Mm-hmm.
like two girls. It's
Okay,
really cool. You should check them out.
for sure.
Mobina Galore, yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was talking, I think, with a friend that also you knows from Geneva, and we were talking about the
Mhm.
concept of get the shot that I guess happened
Mm.
not a long time ago, and I think on tour with them was the drummer and singer of the Canadian band Mute.
Mute, I
Mm.
don't know.
Oh, I thought, wait, they call Mute? Yeah, yeah. But I sent you something later. I think you already heard that because it's a punk rock. They're really quite technicians, like a little bit like a Walham Scream, but way more melodic punk rock. But they also have this
Okay.
technical parts with the
Mm.
guitars and everything. It's very cool. And something fun happened. I guess I joined the band after the high school. And well, we were playing punk rock, and we were the singer was singing in the Italian dialect we used to speak in Ticino. So and we were very, very active. We did a lot of crazy party carnivals, and wherever we could play, we played. So we in that case we were the same mood. And I remember because I always been like a huge fan of No Use for a Name, and it happens that I could open a concert for No Use for a Name.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
So I also have a picture with Tony Sly, and
Wow.
like that was when people talk about having a wish list and everything. I mean, when you first start like crossing one, okay, play with
Yeah, done.
done, and meeting some good people. For me that was an amazing moment, like say,
Mm.
holy shit, I always listen to this kind of bands, always dream to meet them or see them live, and then once you're really in the on stage before them, it's what I like about music, that you can share these kind of moments, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's having this idea. Or like last summer, I had the chance to work one of these big festival in the south in Locarno, where there is this one big stage in the Piazza Grande. It's like the main square in the city, and I work with the Tottenhausen. There was also one of the band that I was listening to since I'm a kid and
Mm.
everything, and then I'm there, and like and they're there near me, and they just say coming passing by and say, "Hey, dude, how you doing?" And everybody say, "Oh, shit." There was a. I mean, this is something that and maybe it's the message also for the youngest band out there. Listen to the podcast, like keep doing what you're doing because the chance will come. That to have or to play in front of a big audience that it's always it's not about fame. It's all about feeling that energy. When people are there, you see you have these feelings. It's just different, but also having the chance to meet new people, to meet your idols, who knows, but things comes result comes just pushing hard, right? And I mean, you girls, you just made some good music to nowadays. I cannot I cannot wait for see what's going up next. And
Oh la
um
la.
yeah, no, I'm totally serious about that because, as I said before, I was on Tuesday. I wanted to do this interview since a long times because I think that it's important. But um, I think I need to open these topics. Then I think it's always important to brings out because I talk about this even with artists in classical music. Like uh, being a woman in the music scene, but also in the punk rock scene. I mean, it was for you like something hard to get into, or maybe having the feeling to having um, the same respect, let's say that um well, let's say a male dominant scene as, or do you think that in your experience in nowadays you always felt like, okay, we have been able to show our passion and who we are without like just grinding a lot or fighting to get this position?
Well, I think with Theo, we talked a lot about this together, and for us, our dream is like we don't care what gender. Like for us, we just want everyone to be equal. That's the main goal.
Mm-hmm.
But it's true that for the moment, when we play gigs, we are usually less women. Like sometimes you are like 30 guys and we are the only 2 or 3 girls. So sometimes it's a bit, well, for me, intimidated.
Intimidating, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes because I don't know, but I'm used to hang out with boys, so then it's okay. But sometimes we feel like we need to prove something, like to be there. It's not obvious. It's not because
Mm-hmm.
of our music. Sometimes it's like, it's because you're girls that you can play these
Mhm,
gigs, and
Mm.
sometimes it's what we feel like.
mhm,
Even when we talked about with people, they don't ask about our music, but just about our gender and stuff like this. And sometimes it's a bit annoying because I really think that with Theo, we are really hard workers. Like we see each other every week. We practice a lot. We are taking courses. We are like really into our music. So yeah, that's my
mhm.
point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Lucie. And also, I wanted to like give an example, a really dumb example, like just to understand the idea behind it. But imagine like friends organizing shows and inviting all their friends playing in bands. And if you have like two bands, only whole boy band and whole female band, like if the boys like do like shit on the stage and do absolutely a horrible gig, they will be like, yeah, but yeah, if we invited them because they're friends, no worries. And if like we did shit on stage, they would be like, yeah, it's not because they're friends, it's because they are girls, you know.
Oh, I
There
see.
won't be
Yeah.
this, you know, it's like, yeah, they did shit, but no worries, they are girls, you know. It's and there is not that, I don't know why they have to specify that, okay, they are on stage because they are girls. Like, I mean, they could say they are on stage because they are our friends, even if they fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what? And sometimes that's tough. And but general, we get a lot of support, and there is also a lot of discrimination positive. I don't know how to say it.
Well, I think I will translate it like direct, like like a positive kind of discrimination, let's say.
Yeah,
But
I think that is okay, but that shouldn't be like facts. Like it's okay as a transition, but it shouldn't stay that way. I think we should like reach a point where if you're a girl or a boy, like we don't care. Like
mm,
we don't assume your gender or yeah.
yeah,
You're just a musician.
yeah, that's it. And this is
Mm.
interesting that comes out this point because I was talking with the same topics with a good friend of mine, and she's a wonderful cellist from Zurich, and I asked her directly because I said, hey, you're a woman, you need to please bring your experience to me. I need to understand it, and I wanted to understand, of course. And she said, sometimes they ask me for some gig, some concerts, for some, I don't know, this specific concert, this association want to do something, but the fact is that sometimes I don't accept because they want me playing there because I'm a woman playing cello, and not
Mhm.
because I'm an artist. I'm somebody
Mhm.
going there and playing this specific program. Uh, that doesn't matter the gender who's playing, is
Mhm.
talent or the idea, or it's just even the idea of having somebody playing, and um so it's something that it's a topic, and it's a presence that's not just, let's say, belongs to a specific scene, but it's in general, and even
Mhm.
nowadays it is so important that people start breaking some kind of social rules, or like some ideas we grew up with, like I don't know, for me sometimes it's hard to see some point of view of others, because I grew up in a family where I had two sisters, and my mom was always being the family somebody who's take like big decision with my dad. There was this balance. So I saw a family where it's not that the male is dominant in everything, or like submission in some case and everything, but and to me it was just like normal. Okay, there is this band, oh, they're cool. And it was not, oh, okay, I saw this band, but there is like maybe, oh, they have like a lead singer is a female, or like the drummer play female, or like nowadays I had the chance to meet a metal band called Escuela Grind, and the guitar player, she's a trans person, and but in the end, who care? She plays amazingly. You are on stage, you see, just so cool. But at the same time, if people still love the music, there will always somebody gonna like try to I won't say talk trash, but like diminish, the respect on what's going on. In the end, who
Mhm.
cares, or like there was these short videos on the Instagram of a band, and they just playing like a two-step riff, and the singer just like doing some two-step in a funny way, and but behind the drummer there is like a rainbow flag, and a lot of comments were more about the presence of the flag in the background,
Mhm.
like, and I would say where we're going. So, long story short, I think it's so important to brings up some topics and describe some old concepts, but at the same time, and maybe because also social media keep bombarding with ideas every day, that sometimes we lose uh or we let like how is it, dilute, yeah, I think it's say like this, like the message is losing some kind of importance, almost, as you said, we are a band, we are here to having fun, like this and that, but it's the perception of the audience should be like, and not just for the audience, but also from people working behind the scene as I do, or other bands. Like, I heard some crazy stories about people start changing opinion on something, or like going through like Okay, how can I say it? Or just people just doing coming out, and suddenly a lot of bands not willing to work with these people like this and that was kind of shocking for me because and even for myself, when I work mostly in classical music, and I noticed sometimes I arrive on the concert hall and I got my band's tattoo on and my tattoos, my earrings, and then they say, and they look at me and they're not asking, oh, you are here just to help or are you in charge? They just talk you like you're a kid, like you know nothing.
Mm.
And then with the time they say, oh, so then maybe the project manager come and they see that he's talking with me like we are working really tight together and everything. They say, ah, so you're in charge of that. I say, yes, I told you this morning. So, oh, this is sadly, this is an aspect of, I guess, the music scene that nowadays it's so important to keep sending a good message, but I think that it will still take time to
Mm.
really becoming solid. Like you, Lucy, you were saying you always hang out with more like maybe men friends like this because the music was there and you always been like part of the scene, you always be part of the group, like, and so the respect was always been there, but I think that sad is not always the case, because there's a lot of prejudices and everything, like, and maybe sometimes, and this is maybe you can give me your opinion, like sometimes we see like female front lead singers of some bands and everything, but it seems like they have to act like like a man, just to get that respect or that kind of scene, like the kind of present that they deserve, just as a human being with passion on being there. But
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. For me, we just want to be ourselves. Like, if you want to, like the other days, we did a gig with a sparkly dresses, like in the middle of a metal fest, like,
mhm,
but still, it was just ourselves. And maybe these girls, they are just like this. Maybe more, they felt more comfortable to be more in this way, or I don't
mhm,
know.
I see.
But also, we had a lot of issues. No, not a lot. We had some issues with technicians a lot in the gigs, and it's usually not the public, but more the technicians, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I see.
like sometimes we felt like we are like numb, like they ask you some stuff they won't ask a man, I'm sure, or they do some things you're like, what the fuck, like, I can carry my own things, I can tune my bass by my own, like, it's I say that because what you said before, because of your look at
Mm-hmm.
the classical music, sometimes when you're a girl, it's like this. They think you don't know, and like it's like your fur gigs, or I don't know, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is not the first time that I heard that kind of dynamics, and I don't know if I would be at work and I would hear like some colleagues acting like this, I would definitely say something, because one thing you ask, "Hey, do you need help?" And it's not, it just you just ask if somebody needs help. You're just not like
Mm,
supposing that this person is not able to do this or like this. That's gonna be like part of the service or just being kind. We don't have to forget that sometimes kindness at this form, but I you're like the second person in 2 days that told me something like this. Like and yeah, I in my mind it's hard to understand, like what's going on, like because for me, for example, my approach when I'm on stage, and sometimes of course when I'm with bands, you have between 3 or 5 people playing on stage. When you are with an orchestra, you have like at least 60 80 people, and
mm,
I have friends that like a good friend of mine, she's playing double bass, so it's a big instrument, and she was telling me the same. My colleagues, my men colleagues, don't sometimes don't take me serious, even if they know that I Or like a good friend of mine, she's playing horns, and she was telling me like, every time I casting for getting this project, because she's working as freelance or like this, they just gave me like the second on the third position. That it means not that like a podium, like it is the first is the best one, but it's like the kind of timbre of the voice they're playing, and maybe of the of strong one to create the dynamic in the family of the instrument. And she said they always give me the weak one, let's say, because they think that I can't play, or I'm not trained enough, to be like a strong instruments like this. And they say, and then after one or two rehearsal, they switch because they say, "Oh my gosh, you really, But once again, it shouldn't be like this." And
Mm.
yeah, I mean, in my line of duty, I always try this is what I do as Shanti. Of course, I can speak for the people, but I notice that sometimes there are still like these ideas so strong connected in different genre of music. Who's gonna do something or who can do something. Like, so
Mm.
it's sadly something that happens. But talking about your presence, the way you want looking for when you there is a couple of video clips of you playing those are DIY videos that you made, or was what who is one of you like had the idea of, yeah, we're gonna do the video clip for this song and want to play, like, I guess there was this one when you were playing like in the underground of house, like very very s- kind of, I don't know to describe the video because honestly, but I guess the question is, when you decide to present the band like on YouTube, say we need some videos, how this works for you.
Well, I say with Theo, we talk a lot. Our brain is always like this, and we are like, we love to do video clips. Really, we really enjoy. So I think first we pick a song, like which one we wanna use, and then we start talking about what's about in this song, what's the atmosphere, etc. And then our mind is like going crazy, and then we
Yes.
ask someone. Yeah, yeah, we brainstorm a lot. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes Theo, she's also taking notes. Like yeah, and we because we love to talk. So and yeah, it's brainstorming, and then we ask some friends to do the videos because
Mhm.
it's their job. So and they are good.
Yeah, right. This
Mm-hmm.
this is also going to somebody that is good doing something, like you have the idea, and then you said, okay, I tried to take it, make it real, and you see
Mm-hmm.
that they have these professional highs, and suddenly also your idea suddenly changed. Oh yeah, that's really what I expected, or like this, even better. Like, this is so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and recently we worked with a friend, and he's as crazy as us, I think. When we say, yeah, we have an idea, and it's like, yeah, 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 anything is possible. Like, it's really fun to to meet some people that they are really involved in the music, but in a different way, like in the videos or something. It's really cool to meet these people, and then we just talk together, and everything is connected, and we're like a bit crazy, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
really fun. Yeah, I love this creative process
Yeah, I
in
think
different yeah.
I would like to translate the word crazy with more creative, like it's this idea of getting out of I mean, sometimes it's not really having this idea that is totally different that will really in the end makes the difference, but sometimes really just like, oh, okay, I really like this kind of style of this kind of vibes or colors, and so let's go in that direction. I think this is kind of interesting because helps you to picture also you in this situation. I'm not the kind of person who makes a lot of selfies or like see, but sometimes happen that some friends make me kind of small photo shooting, and I say, okay, but I want to do it that way because I really like that kind of style. I say, yeah, let's do it, let's try it. And it's interesting also for you also um to see yourself from the other sides. Like doing podcasts, I got a couple of guests that say, oh, I'm not used to listen to my voice. And but this is also important, right? You just see yourself like
Yeah.
in a kind of mirror, but in a different ways. And and that's also important because it's like when you are singing a song, like everybody used to hear your voice in that ways, and then you talk to the person, say, wait, are you singing? Or I mean, I think it's so part of personalities, and as an artist, this is so important to create and to hollow to be this kind of two, or sometimes also duality. Like for example, some people tell me that, oh, when you talk, you have totally different words, but sorry, something kind of voice. But when you speak sometimes at the phone and you have to be serious, like you speak like when you do podcast. I say, okay. About this, I had one last project at the end of December with an orchestra, and the last concert was live at the radio. So my colleagues need to focus with the technicians, and I had to call on the interphone. You click this button, and in the in the in the changing room, and for the soloist and the musician, you can hear the voice and calling like when you are at the airport. And then so I just click the thing, and I think, and then I speak, and then somebody comes up and say, Shanti, were you talking right now? I say, yes. Oh, you have such a relaxed voice. What did they say, oh, thank you. Like, no, but this is once again to try to build this personality, because of course there is the music part where people just put headphones and walk through the city and listen to a song. And then of course there is this perception of when you do a music video. It's like, okay, uh we want to see how it looks like or how it moves. I don't know. I think it's also part of the things. And I don't know. I think it is more something that belongs to the last like 6 years, I would say, because when I remember when we had MySpace, I don't think we were really. People were doing music videos, but it was totally another kind of doing videos, like. And I know it belongs to, and I think that do you think it's hard as an artist to keep everything together, like visual presence, social media presence, being on stage? Do you feel that something like sometimes kind of overwhelming, or right now in your musical life is still something that fits right?
What do you think, Theo?
Damn. I have a keeping my life together, so but um I guess it helps me to do all that stuff. Like it helps me go out of a life where everything is so stressful, and doing stuff you like, as playing gigs, even taking pictures with your bandmates or making clips. I think it's so much fun that it helps you bear with the reality of life.
Lucy?
Yeah, I agree, and I think nowadays it's really important the whole thing, And for me, it's important that our band has a message, and this message is everywhere in our lyrics, in our video clip, in our artwork, and I really love to be involved in everything, Like
Okay.
we put ourselves in everything in our project. Like
Mhm.
for the artwork, we know what we want, for the video clips, for everything. But then we have also spontaneous things, huh? But
Mhm.
yeah, I love to be really involved in everything.
Mhm. I ask this because it's one of the points. I work as a kind of counseling with some young bands, and one of the, I would call it, yeah, main problem is that sometimes you see that, okay, we want to reach this goal. I mean, and for goals, normally it's not really to being like success, like, all right, lot of followers and everything, but just producing something solid and have the chance to play other good gigs. Um, is that is an investment of time and energy. So sometimes some member of the band suddenly just pop up and say, guys, it's not what I'm looking for, because, and it's totally normal. It's not a critic, but it's even most important things to be clear on that, because a band, it's maybe 3, 4, 5 members, so it's not just your choice and everything you need to follow, but
Mm.
you need to give the chance to the other to organize. But once again, it's really the way you invest your time. You say something positive, something that for Theo, for example, helps like to get out of the daily routine because of studies or jobs and everything. And for you, as the fact that you like the idea of being an active part on every single point, or every single activities you're doing band related. And so you say yours really a specific choice in life, where you say, I invest, I got my work, and then I got my private life, and then I have my music life. And this is your choice. This all makes the project solid. And once again, for the whole that listen to this is things really good when you decided, or the way you want to start to work on something, because you will realize that it's gonna ask sometimes. I know this also doing podcasts for me is something that makes a lot of fun. Have the chance to talk with people, to hanging out even through Zoom or in person, with friends that I didn't see for ages. But I noticed that then it comes the moment where I need to collect everything, thought this, that, preparing this, going this website, going this, and then it takes time, it takes energy, and maybe sometimes like it's not. I had to do like a 2 months pause, not because I was bored, but because other part of my life asked me more energy. So it's always to put on the play that, but in the end, I think when you find this balance in between what you want to do and how much energy you want to invest, then the result is there and people can feel it. I personally, once again, I can feel it when I listen to your music, your product, when I have the chance to see you live. I can feel it that, okay, this person is really engaged. This person is really there because he wants to be there. And once again, I think I'm really glad to see you. First of all, I talk with Lucy because I know you since more years, and to see you still doing music, still into this scene. And I think also your boyfriend is also play in a band, if I'm not wrong. So it,
Yes.
it's something that's still there, like, and it's such an amazing thing. Uh, because I noticed that sometimes people ask you, "Oh, Shanti, how old are you?" I say, "I'm 37," but and you still doing music? Are you still playing on tour? I say, yes. I mean, like seems like there was like when you're a teenager, it's okay, but then you need to grow up, like and
Yeah, yeah, you need to be serious and just work
Mm,
and yeah.
of course, like yeah, but here's the reality. Um, Ladies, I'm really glad that we had the chance to talk. Uh, as Lucy said, Mamba Bites gonna work on some new material. There's gonna be an album coming soon, and I know I can wait to listen to that. In the meanwhile, guys, girls out there, just go and check it out. Mama Bites on social medias, on YouTube. Once again, follow, share, like, leave comments to support these bands, Swiss bands for punk rock lovers, wherever you are. And if you have the chance, go out and see them live. It's really worthy. I always love this energy, and I always love to support this kind of energy because it's also good for me after I saw them to have a wonderful merchandising. And so yeah, support the band. Lucy, Theo, I don't know, just one last words before we close this episode. I know we can also do this in French if you want, parce qu'en fait, for the people who know, the band speaks as mother tongue French, and I also speak French, but we said that the episode has to be in English so everybody could understand better. Mais en fait, à la fin de cet épisode, on peut encore dire quelque chose en français. Je sais pas si vous voulez faire des saluts, si on dit encore un dernier message pour tous les gens qui sont là à écouter cet épisode. Je vous laisse encore une fois à la parole.
Merci beaucoup, Shanti, de nous avoir reçus. Et merci à toutes les personnes qui nous soutiennent de près ou de loin. On a beaucoup de chance d'être super bien entourés quand même dans notre musique. On vit des moments pas toujours faciles, mais aussi des moments incroyables qui valent tout l'or du monde. Et voilà.
Théo,
Oui.
encore quelque chose à dire?
Merci beaucoup de nous avoir invités à parler. Ça fait beaucoup plaisir.
Merci à vous. Everybody out there, this was the episode. My guest, Mamba Bites, are amazing. Just go once again on YouTube, check it out, their music. Thank you very much. Once again, this was an episode that I wanted to do since a long time. So I'm glad we had the time to sit there and talk about your experience, your human experience in this music travel, in this adventure. And once again, I hope to see you soon live. And for those who are listening to the first time this episode, Music to Live For with Shanti is a platform where I talk with musician and technician in the music world with the goal to share more experience of how people are being able to do this job in hearts, what's going on behind the curtains, and let's be honest, less gossip but more concrete things about being human beings and putting out passion for the music. So thank you very much, and I
Thank
wish you
you.
already, you as a band, as a person, a wonderful year. See you on stage, and guys, see you next episode. Thank you.